All right. If you're watching now, you're watching a little bit early. We probably will edit this off, but the Hangout hasn't quite started yet. Uh, I am just excited to tell you, Media Beast, the Media Beast Hangouts have been pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. It's burning up hot up here. I forgot to turn on the air, and so I'm upstairs at home, and it's a million freaking degrees. So I'm going to be burning up and talking really, really fast today. Um, I'm talking about the Media Beast. Today, while we're having the show, the Emmys are on. And I'm recording the Emmys so I can check them out later. And a lot of people might be watching the Emmys. But one of the things I want to share with you about the Emmys before we kind of get started, the Emmys, you can see who has jewelry sponsored by who has their hair up. If they have their hair up, it's so you can see the earrings and so you can see the necklace without anything being impeded. And so it's really interesting to watch the red carpet to see, who's getting sponsorship, who's getting a lot of attention, which actors people feel are on the up and coming, up and up, because they're willing to sponsor them with jewelry. The clothes, you can't always tell who got sponsored and who just went and bought a dress. There's a whole ritual to getting your clothes, for women anyway, getting your clothes before you go to any award show, Academy Awards, Emmys, all of that. But the jewelry is really a great telltale, because you look at what kind of stones are they wearing, what's going on, what's happening in there. So today's Media Beast is going to be short and to the point. I'm hoping that you're joining me live, because I have something really special for those who are on tonight. If you watch the replay, you won't get this special gift, but we're going to be talking about what you need to be media ready. I find that a lot of times people are talking to me about being on Right Place TV show, and they don't have all the pieces for me to even to be able to evaluate whether or not they're a good fit for Right Place TV. And that's what you have to think about doing when you're working with producers. You want to make sure that you are the right fit. You want to make sure that you're giving them everything they need so that they can say yes. Help them say yes to you by having all the pieces in place. And they don't just have to rely on the fact that they've heard good things about you, and they don't have to put their reputation on the line. They can begin to just go ahead and pitch you to the rest of the company and know that you will be a good fit for the show. So tonight we're going to be talking specifically, I'm going to go over 5 things that you need to be media ready. There are more things that you need, but that's what I can cover tonight. That's as much time as we're going to have tonight. So that's what we're talking about. Also, I'll be going over people's bios. If you're watching, Kat Shearer said that she was in the room. She was already watching. So, hey, Kat, how are you doing? Thanks for hanging in there and being with me tonight. If you'd like a critique of your bio, we can do this live online. And what you can do is you can go into our Facebook group. We have a Facebook group called the Instant Star Maker Group, the Instant Star Maker Group. And the Facebook group is there so you can network, and so that you can network, and you can also go in there and ask your questions. Yes, I know people have joined the group, and what they do is they go down the line and they contact all of you and they try to get you to buy their stuff. And, I could say, no, you guys don't do that, but here's the thing. You have to make your own choices about who you want to work with. When someone enters the group and they don't contribute anything, but they're contacting you to get you to buy stuff, you have to look at the overall function. We function as a group, as stars, so an Instant Star Maker Group is a great way to see how people are before you work with them. If they're in the group and yet they don't contribute anything, they never post anything, they never answer anything, they never congratulate anybody, they never support anybody, and yet they're trying to make sales with you, you have to turn around and look at that and just think. You have to use your own brain about what makes sense. So no, I don't stop people from networking inside the group. I don't make any real rules about that, but I do want to just tell everybody in the Instant Star Maker group, we are a network. We talk to each other, we communicate, and we support each other. So before you turn over dollars to someone, see how much they are supporting you. Is that smart or is that smart? See how much they are supporting you. So if you're in the Facebook group, our hashtag sign for tonight is Pound Media Beast. So, but go ahead and let me know that you're ready. You're in the Facebook group. You're watching Pound Media Beast, and you're putting it in there, Pound Media Beast, to let me know that you're ready and you guys are ready to go. You can also, if you're watching on the YouTube, you can share it on your Facebook page. You can share it on your Facebook page. You can share it on your Twitter. You can share it on your Google+. You can share it on your LinkedIn. Share it out to help some of your friends that you know are struggling with trying to find the opportunities to media. I met with a woman today. She is a millionaire. Her business does over $1 million a year. She is a bona fide millionaire. And she realized that she cannot grow her business to the level that she wants to grow it to unless she takes it to the media, unless she has a lot of media involvement. So it's not just for millionaires when you get to that stage, and it's not just for people that are starting out. It's for everybody. It's something that we want you to do. And the reason why I do the Instant Star Maker and the media stuff is not because it's about being an instant star. It's not about you trying to be a big deal. It's not about that. It's about you spreading your special message to a larger audience using the media. And that's what I'm trying to show you. Thank you, Arlene Span. She put in Pound Media Beast. She said she's ready to go. I appreciate you, Arlene. So, you know, she's on live, watching live. Thank you so much for supporting me tonight. You guys could be anywhere, so I appreciate that you're here. Here's the thing. It's about spreading your message. Many of you have a message that is a spiritual message. It was downloaded specifically for you. You know what your definiteness of purposes, and you know why you're here. You know why you're here, and you know why you're speaking. It's very spiritual. It's not a message that's just like, hey, I'm just trying to make some cash, and this is my thing. It is not that. It is a real mandate that you have on your life, and so I appreciate that you are out there doing it, and so I want to show you an easier way to get media exposure. I almost sound like Shay Brown. An easier way to make more sales. Well, this is an easier way to get more media exposure. And so I'm going to share with you a couple of things that you need tonight to have. So share it out for your friends, share it out for yourself, and if you have questions, again, get into the Instant Star Maker group on Facebook. You go to Facebook and you look for groups, Instant Star Maker group, and ask to be let into the group. It is a private group. I will be entering people in tonight, but this is where we put our questions. So I can watch in one place. I can give you your answers to your questions, and today I do really want a lot of Q&A if possible. So go ahead and throw your questions in there, and just, you know, take part in what has been created for tonight. The more people we have involved, the better. So share it, the Facebook group. I'm Dr. Letitia Wright. I'm the host of the Right Place television show. I am also a producer. I produced 3 movies. One of the movies that I produced had Bob Proctor. That was my very first movie in it. Bob Proctor was in it. The last movie I did had Brian Tracy in it. I am the only person to direct Brian Tracy as an actor in a film. Most of the time when he's in a film, he is just speaking. I am the director of the Pound HLIC movie, which is coming out this fall. And I've done a lot of radio and television. Right Place TV is nationally syndicated on Dish on Demand. I've been on the air for 14 years on broadcast television. That means you can turn on your TV and watch it. I've been doing that for 14 years. And through sponsorships and product placements and all of those things, I've learned all of those things. I've learned the craft of making the films and television, but I've also learned the finance of how to make your show make money. So one of the things that I coach on is I love entrepreneurs. I love you guys coming up with this incredible ideas for your business. And I love talking to entrepreneurs. So I want them ready for media. A lot of times they get media opportunities, they're not ready for it. A lot of times they get media opportunities and they can't take advantage of it. There are people who have been on Oprah's book club that only sold 1,000 books because they really weren't ready for the opportunity. I don't want that to be you. I want you to get as much media as you want to get out there and spread your message. I want to give a shout out to comedian Miss Woody. She is hanging in there. Most of the times when we have the Hangouts, she is working, and so she's watching the Hangout and working, and I appreciate that she hangs in and she hangs in. So you're all ears, Miss Comedian Woody. I got you. We're going to definitely share some things with you tonight. So when you're approaching media, when you're thinking about getting into magazines, or you want bloggers to write about you, or you want to be on television, you want to be on the radio, and you want to talk about your business, there are a few things that have to be in place so the person booking you can make a good choice in booking you. The bigger the shows, the more strenuous it's going to be. If you meet someone who's just starting on Blog Talk Radio, they're probably very, very happy to have anybody as a guest. But if you're meeting someone like me who has 65 million, my show's going out to 65 million homes nationwide, there's a different criteria. I'm not looking for the brand new person who's so new they don't know what the heck is going on. I'm really looking for someone who's going to bring some good quality to my audience. They're going to bring some knowledge to my audience. And so you could be that person, but if you're packaged wrong, it won't work. So think about when your kids are at the store with you and they don't want the plain brand, they want the name brand, and we as adults know there's probably the same exact stuff in there. It's kind of irritating. You can't get away with giving them the plain brand because the packaging is looking badly. And that's what media does for you in getting media ready. You want to create yourself in a package that is exciting. You want to create a package that makes them want to have you on. You want to create that package, and you've got to do that. So, comedian Miss Woody, I know that sometimes you can't post, but if you have a link to your bio online, send me the link, and send me the link, and then I can look at your bio. That's what we can do tonight. And Kat, she's online watching. If you put your link in the Facebook group, I can link to it. I can look at it, and we can go over it today. So a good bio is one of the things that you absolutely need. It just is. It's one of the things that you need. It's really important that you know the difference between a bio and a one sheet. So just put out there in the social media, Pound Media Beast, bio versus one sheet. Put Pound Media Beast, bio versus one sheet, because that's what we're about to talk about. Bio versus one sheet. I just want to know that you're out there on Twitter, putting it out there on Twitter, putting it out there on Facebook. Pound Media Beast, bio versus one sheet. They are two different things. And what I'm doing is I'm looking a lot at people who are sending me bios that are actually one sheets. And I don't have time to go into one sheet tonight. It is one of the things that you need, but a bio and a one sheet are not the same thing. Okay, so let's talk about what a bio is. The bio on your website, the bio that you hand a producer of a show, a bio that you give to a blogger, to a magazine, the bio tells me about you. It doesn't say you're a great person to you're a great person to teach on the subject. It doesn't say you enlighten audiences all over the world. That's one sheet stuff. The bio is about you. The bio is about you. And it is about the significant things in your life that brought you to the place where you are now. Thank you, Arlene Spann, for putting that out there. Pound Media Beast, bio versus one sheet. It's very, very important, and that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the bio. The bio talks about your life, and it talks about the things that you've accomplished that have to do with what's going on now. A bio doesn't start out that you were born in a grass shack in, Indiana. A bio is going to start, it doesn't have to go all the way back there unless it's highly significant to the story. I have a friend, Dave Lacani, you can look him up. He is an expert on persuasion, among other things, but he's an expert on persuasion. He's a person that CNN calls when they're about to do stories about cults and stuff. And he grew up in a cult. He was able to get out of the cult, and it's a fantastic story about how he's really a neat person. He's not crazy after being, in the cult. And so when he talks about his childhood and growing up in a cult, his childhood is significant to the story. So it makes a difference. Most of you telling me that you were born in so-and-so, it doesn't mean a whole lot. A lot of people will say they were born and grew up in poverty because it has something to do with the story. It better have something to do with the story, or people are going to be like, so what? There's a whole lot of people that grew up in poverty. Big deal. So you have to make your bio story make sense. It needs to be professionally written. It's really hard to write your bios yourself. I don't write my bios myself. I have 2 different writers that I use to write my bio. I don't write it myself. It's very difficult to write your own bio and have it make sense. Your bio also has to be in the third person. So if you're not an excellent writer, if you don't even understand what I'm saying about third person, again, you want to get a professional writer to write your bio. Chansey Witcher is in our group. She writes the bios for my clients and customers. I highly recommend that you call her and work with her to get your bio done. It's professionally done. So your bio is going to talk about your credentials. It's going to talk about your education or your lack of education. It's going to talk about your experience. It's going to tell me a story that makes me think this person is really interested and really interesting and has something to bring to the table for my audience. My audience is going to enjoy this person. So it's highly important that you have a bio that talks about what you're doing. If you were in a field of business that has nothing to do with what you're doing now, don't include it in your bio. For example, when I was really young, I used to be, you're probably not surprised if I say this, but I don't think too many people know this, so this could be a great quiz question for you. I used to be a telephone operator. That's right. When I was young, I used to be a telephone operator for Pac Bell. That's really aging me. I used to be a telephone operator, and I used to help people make long-distance calls. And I would be the operator that you would talk to. Being an operator has nothing to do with me being a physician, has nothing to do with me being a television producer, and has absolutely nothing to do with me being a crowdfunding expert. So you're never going to see that in my bio. I don't even think I've said this out loud in years and years and years and years and years. But the job had terrific benefits and great health benefits, and it was awesome. It was kind of a fun job, actually. But I used to be a television operator. So some of the things in your bios that you're putting, they're just not relevant. Again, if you'd like me to critique your bio tonight live, I will do it. Go ahead and put a link in there. I'm looking now. I don't see any links yet. You do have to put the link in the. You do have to. You do have to get the link into Instastar Maker group. I just was reading Charlene Day. She said, "Is Media Beast live? I'm headed right now to Media Beast." So I appreciate that, Charlene Day, and your book is on its way. And Joanne Meekins, thank you for coming out. You're going to see a little bit more about Joanne Meekins. So, because I'm going to show you her press releases tonight. But anyway, thank you guys for showing up and hanging out and learning just a bit more. Again, go ahead and put this in your stream. Invite some people here. Thank you, Cece, for inviting some people and letting some people know, and just sharing with people what a bio is really about. So here's the deal. The bio needs to talk about you and make you sound like a juicy sandwich, okay? That's just the best way I can. It just describes you. It talks about you. It doesn't say that you're a great speaker who entertains. It's talking about more of the substance of you. The one sheet does more of that, and we'll go over one sheet in a different hangout when we get time. I'm going to be traveling a lot in September, so these hangouts, these 3 hangouts we just did over the last 3 weeks, are probably going to have to hold you over, because it's going to be a while before I can get back and get online with you again. So have the bio written. If you don't have a bio written, contact Charlene Day. I just love you. I think I just like saying your name. It's a cool name. Check out Chansey Witcher. Contact her. Say, Dr. Wright told me to call you, told me to contact you about getting my professional bio. Your bio should be on your website for anyone to access, because they will often use that to introduce you. So you have to keep it updated. You have to keep it updated. So put out Pound Media Base, keep your bio updated. Pound Media Base, keep your bio updated. Okay, I'm going to look into the Instastar Maker group just to see if you guys have any questions or any comments before I move on. Does what I say about your bio make sense? Okay, if it absolutely makes sense, you can let me know. And again, post a link so I can click on the link, go to it online, and if you're brave, you gotta have a tough skin. If you're brave, you can go ahead and let me know about that, and we can do that. Again, it's not to be hard on you. It's just to make you ready for the media. So the bio. We talked about the bio, covered the bio. Again, I'm just looking for a couple of questions in case you have them. It looks, Cece said, awesome. Thank you again, Arlene, for really writing it down. You don't need to write your bio yourself. The bio has to be in the third person, and the bio talks about your credentials. That's a really good summary. And Joanne Meekins also wrote in there bio versus one sheet. Bio versus one sheet. And she also just wrote, keep your bio updated. So thank you, Joanne. That's right. Keep your bio updated. Keep your bio updated. That's the biggest thing. It's really frustrating when you're about to speak on a show and you listen to them and they've gotten some old bio from somewhere. It's like, come on. Really? That was 1972. Okay, this next thing is going to be, you're going to go, oh, Dr. Wright, but stay with me. I've got some great stuff. So write down the bio, write that in your notes. This next thing, you're going to be like, boo, Dr. Wright. But this is the truth. You need a photo. Do you know how many times I ask people for photos and they do not have a professional or a professionally updated photo to send me? Do you know how crazy making that is? Here you are, you're an author, you're a speaker, you are out there doing your thing, and when someone says, I want to share your information, give me a photo, you don't even have a good photo. How crazy is that? Tell me the truth. How crazy making is that? So get a photo done. Get a photo done. Okay, here's a question about the bio. So I'm going to step back for a minute before I go on to photos. Charlene Day says, do you recommend a long version or a short version? I recommend on your website you have the long version. Allow them to edit it however they want to edit or take out the pieces that they want to take out. We'll put your long version there, and then you let other people edit. If they call you and say your bio needs to be 250 words, then you take the 250 words that you want. If I'm speaking about crowdfunding, my bio looks more like about crowdfunding and not so much about Right Place TV show. If I'm speaking of media and I'm talking about my show, you see more about my show. So I have the long version on my website. You can go to rightplacetv.com. You can look at About Dr. Wright. You can look at mine and look how it is. But you want to go ahead and have the long version. That's a great question. Have the long version so that they can make the corrections. Now let's go back to the photo really quickly because I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the photo. I'm just trying to shame you guys into putting up a good photo. But here's the deal. You put up a photo, it's got 300 DPI. Write this down, 300 DPI. Why? Because that's what magazines use. And if you are okay in a magazine, you're okay everywhere else. A lot of times the webmasters need, I mean, you can throw up photos from anywhere, but when you're working with people who are doing some professional stuff, they're making graphics for you, they're doing all of this stuff, you really, really need to go ahead and have a high DPI, like 300 DPI, so that it looks good. It's you. You need to look as good as you can look. And the pictures that people give me sometimes are like, wow, this is how you're going to represent yourself and your business and all of that. I mean, my picture, my hair is really combed really well. My makeup is, I tend to wear more of a natural and clean makeup. I do wear a lot of makeup, but it's a little bit, it tends to look like I don't wear any makeup. And so my professional photo looks like I have no makeup on. Trust me, I have makeup on. But it looks like I have, no makeup on. And I kind of use the same photo over and over again. The strategy is for face name recognition. Now, a lot of people say about me that I look like my photo. And I teasingly say, good, because I did use my own face. I'm just joking around. Okay, so, you want your photo to be updated and look like you. If the people have the photo and you walk in the room and they can't recognize you, that's really, really tough. So it really behooves you to really work with a photographer and get yourself some great pictures. Okay, Charlene Day says that she's going to post her link to her bio online, and I'm just looking to see if anyone, Miss Woody, she was able to post hers, but it says, I'm going to click on Miss Woody's, and then, okay, and I see yours. Now, you gave it to me as a download, Charlene, so I'm going to have to download that, and then let me see who else. Kat is about to change her business, and let's see, she's also going to redo her own bio and talk more about her media background and less on water. Water doesn't pay. Kat, I do think water does pay. I think that you probably just haven't found the right connection and niche. So I'd love, Kat, to have a conversation with you about that. And we can talk about that a little bit later. I know that you love water, you love that cause, and right now water is hot, especially in California. Water is hot. So I just want to invite you to rethink that. And if you'd like to have a one-on-one conversation with me and you're open to hearing some great ideas, I'd love to share that with you. So you guys hopefully wrote that down. Comedian Woody, the page did not come up. It came up with an error. So I'm going to go to Charlene Day's bio. And it says it's an application that has to be downloaded. Okay, so the way that you guys are giving it to me, unfortunately, I'm not able to open these up. So let's try again. I'd rather have a link to your online version if you can. Double check what you're typing. I think Comedian Woody is on her phone, and I don't know about you, but I have a hard time using my phone and getting the URLs right because my thumbs type something very different. How long should it be? Cece said, how long should it be? I don't really, I mean, it doesn't need to be War and Peace, but it can be pretty lengthy to give people the information about what you have done. So I would say, you know, if you went up to 1,000 words, if you went up to 1,500 words, if you went up to 2,000 words, you'd probably still be okay. Because as long as it's significant, it's okay. So don't worry so much about how long it is, but making sure you have relevant information so people understand what an expert you are and you're not leaving important stuff out and putting in boring things. Let's see. Joanne Meekin says, yes, it makes sense. I'm editing mine as you speak to post in the group. It's very brief without background. And I work with you, I work with Joanne Meekin. She is a client. We do press releases for her. And this is one of the reasons why I'm talking about it, because it's really tough to write about you when I don't have any bio information. So I'm glad that you're here tonight and you're taking time to work on that, because that really works. Okay, Cece is reposting it, I think. Okay, so don't upload a file because it's just hard to get it. Do you have it on, Charlene, do you have yours? Is it online anywhere? If it's online, give me that link. I'm just reading right now through what everybody's posting so we can all be on the same page. I know this is a lot for a link, but this is, okay, so here's a copy of Cece's. Hers is online, so I'm going to go to that, and then Comedian Woody, yeah, that link was not working, so if you can, let me check Comedian Woody's link one more time, but Comedian Woody, okay, now I have a Comedian Woody. Okay, you put in two different links. I got it. Okay, so we have two bios to look over. Okay, so I'm going to do share screen so that you guys can see what's going on and what I see with my four eyes. What I see. I'm new to glasses wearing, so. I'm getting used to that. Okay, so here is Diamond Enterprises. This is Cece. She's got this great live action picture. This looks like she is just a cracker, a hot cracker. Cracker, that sounds terrible. I didn't mean it like that. Let me start over. This sounds like she's a firecracker. This looks like she's a firecracker. She's got the red, and her hair is moving, and it's a really good photo. She has a promo video. That is so excellent. Congratulations to you. Now, here is her bio. Cece Caldwell is a native of Washington, D.C. She now resides in Plainfield, Jersey. She attended Trenton State College in New Jersey, where she received a BA in Communications and Theater and a minor in African American Studies. So that totally makes me understand why her picture looks like that, right? That totally connects to that. She's worked in the following industries: real estate, healthcare, retail, banking, higher education, software, before deciding to pursue her master's degree. And her love of helping people caused her to receive a master's degree in counseling human services, awareness, certification, blah, blah, blah. She worked in business finance and city government. Okay. She believes in continual education no matter what because knowledge is potential power. Okay, I like that. Cece has had a love for business since she was a little girl and is a believer in the entrepreneurial dream. Because of her love of business, Cece has started several businesses as a true entrepreneur, and Diamond Enterprises International is a business and personal development company. She started. She names the other company that she started with her husband, JT, a printing and marketing solutions firm. Okay, it sounds like that sentence isn't quite drawn correctly because it sounds like your husband is a printing and marketing solutions firm. So, A Healthier You, coaching, and that was the name of my first television show, A Healthier You. Coaching, health, and wellness company, and her latest venture, Just Makes Sense, is a nature-based bath and body company which will launch in the upcoming months. Okay, she speaks and facilitates workshops and Healthier You, Inside and Out, blah, blah, blah. So you're a certified life coach and you have all of this. Okay, you're also a member of Sigma Gamma Rho. Okay, that's all good. To fulfill your purpose. She's an international author, recently resides. This looks really, really good. And she's a youth counselor and everything on purpose. Now, here is the thing. I can't tell from all those businesses what you're doing right now and what is the most prominent. So the only thing I would add to this, CC, I think is a really good job, is make a last paragraph that really talks about what you're doing right now. I don't know if counseling kids or your bath and body product, I don't know what is the big thing. And it says it will launch, but I don't know how long that's been there. And for all I know, your bath and body products could be launched already. So just off the top, it is really, really good. It talks about her in the third person. It talks about all of her degrees. So it's really, really well done. I think that you need to go ahead and just make your last paragraph really clear about what you're doing now, because if I looked at that, I would not know if I should book you for health and wellness or counseling or financial or whatever. You sound like a little bit like you've been everywhere. I know what you're trying to do is explain that you have a whole lot of experience. However, if I'm into health and wellness, I don't really care that you're a financial planner. So the only thing about this bio is that I have a feeling that it might not have been updated, and I'm not clear on exactly what it is you want to do, exactly what it is you want to do. So that's my only thing on that. So thank you for being bold and sharing that. You're a good sport. Hopefully that was helpful, and we can go on to the next one. If you have any questions, okay, Arlene, I've got yours. I'm going to pull that up. If you have any questions, Cece says that makes sense. Let me know. If you have any questions about what I just said to her, then let me know what's going on. Okay. All right. I like that picture of the water and all of that good stuff. Okay, let's look at Arlene Spans. So I'm going to go back over, share the screen again. Isn't this fun, you guys? Here's Arlene Spans. So this is so funny because this picture to me doesn't even look like Arlene. Arlene is so fit and trim and cute. This just is like, this must be your sister someplace. Okay, so here it is. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so you can see if you guys are watching. Arlene Span is a speaker, author, and weight loss coach. Great. She knows from firsthand experience how being overweight can affect one's life. She once weighed a nice 125 pounds, but because of life's challenges, Her weight skyrocketed to an unhealthy 183. After learning she had high cholesterol and was pre-diabetic, Arlene decided to do something about her situation. She began to move more, but found it hard to continue alone. She learned of a weight loss program at her church called Bod for God and decided to sign up. There she discovered healthier eating habits and how to exercise more through prayer and the powerful Word of God. As a student, she began to use the principles learned from God's Word to empower her to move forward in the program. She enjoyed the program so much that she accepted the call to become a facilitator. Now she uses her story and expertise as a facilitator to inspire others. Through this program of sound nutritional value, Arlene encourages others to follow her example so they can fulfill their God-given purpose and enjoy life to the fullest. Before, this is a picture of her before. So this before goes with this. She inspires to give a unique approach to healthy living. That's kind of a weird sentence. She shares the body, mind, and spirit connection in a practical way that many can learn from. Now this part down here, now it's turning into a one sheet. She's known for her unique and dynamic style. That doesn't tell me anything about her and her credentials. So I kind of like that it is separated with the before and after picture. But this is actually your bio, which is excellent and well done. And then this down here would be what you would put on a one sheet. Okay? So that's a really, really good transition right there. I hope that was helpful. So I'm going to check in the room and just look for any questions and look for any comments. Arlene, let me know if that was helpful to you. And if you guys can see that difference on there where it made the change. Now, whoever wrote this for you knew what they were doing. It's not the most horrible thing ever. It's just that it's clearly defined when it starts changing. And I just want you guys to know that. So if you have any questions and comments on that, let me know. And I can go over it again and make that really clear to you. So we're doing the bio critiques right now. Just go ahead and put in your feed, Pound Media Beast. If this is some awesome information and this is making you feel like you have a better grip on what you need to do and it makes you feel more prepared, just put Pound Media Beast and put I'm prepared. I'm going to be looking in the feeds for people that are really helping to promote Media Beast, and I'm going to be setting some things up. So we got that. It's now time to look at comedian Miss Woody. We're going to look at Miss Woody. Again, I'm checking the room for any questions you might have or any comments. Hopefully that was really helpful to you and you understood what I was saying. Thank you, Karanda. If you're out there watching, I appreciate you. Karanda, she helps correct my spelling. I'm a really lazy typer. I can spell, but I can't type. So thank you, Karanda, for hanging out. Karanda Fleming, we're going to have her on a Hangout. She is an incredible person with you got to hear her story. So we're going to have her on pretty soon. Let's see. Kat said, attached is a page-long bio. Woohoo! It's page-long bio. She's going to knock us out. A page-long bio. I'm just teasing you. I asked everybody to put it in there. So it's a PDF. So I should be able to open it up this time. Arlene says thanks, and but Arlene, yours is really good. So I'm really, really proud of you. Whoever you got to write that, or if you wrote it yourself, woohoo! But whoever wrote it, great job. Okay, so Dr. Kat's here. Hers is one page. And it's just a page, so it's not on the web page, so I'm not going to show it to you, but I will read it to you. So Dr. Kat Shearer is an expert on the water community engagement using strategic integration of interactive web-based tools and methods, web summits, web lunches, web-based memberships, in combination with live events and online resources to increase understanding and participation by water stakeholders in your community building and communications strategy. So I I have someone calling me, so I'm telling them I'm in a hangout. So that first paragraph, Dr. Shearer Cat, that one is really, really complicated. As a person that I can't really get what you do other than that you're a water expert. So that would have to be rewritten for just average people that are not in your industry to understand. Your industry understands that, but the rest of us don't. I mean, if you guys got that, what I just said, you know, you're probably a genius or in the industry. That's a little bit tough. So during more than 20 years of work as a water resource planner, now here she is, a former water resource planner with 20 years experience. She brought together representatives from various water interests, cities, farms, environmental, and you don't have to spell out what they are, for shared water source planning with an academic background that encompasses government, geology, environment, engineering, multi-journalism. She's developed and implemented strategies to bring together groups and individuals within the water community and with other sectors, her past projects, and then she lists her past projects. The Colorado Water Board Basin Planning Meetings, that is a big deal. She says in there it's a predecessor to the Basin Roundtables. For those of you who are not from California, the Colorado Water Conservation Board, that's a big deal. The National Academics of Sciences managed Aquifer Resources Policy Workshop, the U.S. Department of Energy Water Energy Status Symposium, the D.C. Water Resources, D.C. Area Water Issues, and the Metropolitan Washington Public Officials Water Academy Development. She founded Water Citizen in 2011, which has integrated live and multimedia online programs and platforms. Again, it's very convoluted. Watertainment, I think that needs to be broken down into what it is and what it does. You did the Water is Sexy campaign, Go Global, Careers with Web Summit for engineers, architects, and construction workers. And through watercitizen.com engaged services, she integrates her training and facilitation for experiential learning programs and neuro-linguistic programming, as well as online product development and social media. So there's a lot of qualifications in there. I will say it's far too complicated for most people to sort through. And they don't understand what the significance is of that. You have NLP training, but how's the NLP training, how does that even fit in there? So again, I don't think that I think that there is money in water. I think that your positioning needs to be a little bit different. And I'm not clear reading from that, other than you're a water expert, I'm not clear what it is you could do or what it is you could talk about. And you and I have had conversations, so you and I know in myself what we could talk about, because you and I have had conversations on the phone. But the average producer looking at that, their eyes are going to glaze over, and they're not going to understand what you have to bring to the table. So you have to be really clear. With Arlene's, it's really clear. I can tell you how to lose weight. I can tell you how to stop being pre-diabetic. I can tell you how. It was really clear. And the method that I use has to do with God's word. So if you're an atheist and you don't want to hear about God, after you read her bio, you know you're not going to mess with Arlene, because that's not your thing. So the bio is elegant in that it also will get rid of people that are not the best clients for you. So I have to say, while it does give all of the information, I really don't understand what you're doing. So I think that needs some reworking. So I hope that was, because you're highly talented, you're highly knowledgeable, but most people are not going to get, most producers are not going to be clear about it. And right now, the drought is the biggest thing ever. I mean, in California, the drought is really killing us, and the drought around the world is dry. So I think you have a very, very hot and lucrative topic. I really believe that. And I don't want you to walk away from your expertise in that area because you feel like you can't make money with that. Okay? All right. Arlene said that was helpful. She said, pound, I'm prepared. Joanne said, I'm prepared. So that's kind of cool. So I'm glad everybody is happy. let's see, what's the next one? I think we have one more. Okay, comedian Miss Woody. So I'm going to pull hers up on her page, and I am going to share. I'm going to share my screen. Aren't you guys so excited? Yay, the screen. All right, so she says, our mission, so this is the Show Me the Funny Entertainment, so that's about the company, and I'm looking for your bio. So here we go. Get to know Miss Wood and hear her story. Hear her story. Okay, these links don't work. So I just want to say this is about the company, and this is fine. Nothing wrong with this, but it is not a bio about you. Okay? This is the movie that she's working on, and these links don't work. So we'll have to go over that, and we'll have to go over that another time, I guess. I don't know. So anyway, bio versus one sheet. Thank you guys for sharing your bios and opening up your personal stuff so that we can all learn from it. I appreciate you guys for that. So the photo, write this down, the photo is how much? Put it in an instant star maker group. How much DPI is the photo? Did anybody write that down? I want to know how much is the DPI. We've gone over that, and we've gone over the photo. We have 3 more things to go over. Okay, so this will be pretty quickly. 300 DPI is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 300 DPI. Okay? 300 DPI. So here's the other thing that you want to list on your website. Oh, I'm sorry, we're going to go over Joanne Meekins. Did we go over Joanne Meekins? I don't think so. I feel like I did because I'm working with her on some other stuff, so I feel like I've been looking at her stuff for a week. Look at this! Okay, so, Joanne, now you know you're wrong because your bio didn't look like this when I was writing your press release. But good job. Good job. Let me go ahead and show this to everybody because I like the way this looks. All right, I'm going to go back to Joanne. So here's her author's bio. Here's her site. Here's her author's bio. Faith-based speaker. She's the owner of For You Ministries. She's also a Christian writer. Good. Inspirational. This is everything that she's written. So she's written several things. You might want to put those in bullet points instead of an online sentence. So you wrote Uncover, Heal, and Release the Pain. You wrote How to Press Forward and Shift to a Higher Level. You wrote How to Know God Better and Love Yourself. All of those could be in bullet points instead of like this. She's a native New Yorker. She's a graduate from the New York Institute. I like that. Native New Yorker. Short and simple. She also has a certificate in poetry. Great. Her work experience includes, very good, a survivor. Very good. This is good. The only thing I would change in there is I would go ahead and put your books in bullet so that if people wanted to go and get the book, they're not searching through a paragraph to try to figure out what the title is. It's like really clear. So that's the only thing that I would do different. Good job and good save because, 2 days ago when I went to your website, it didn't look like this. All right, it's all fun and games. It's all fun and games. Everything's cool until, somebody's eye gets poked out. Okay, so very good job, very good job. I hope that was helpful to you guys watching and listening. It's really easy to list out your books in a list because there are people who will go down there and just buy all of your books. So Kat says, thanks, Dr. Wright. I don't understand what I'm doing either. I know water is important and that helping people communicate better about water is important. I'm much better at creating programs for other people to communicate than communicating myself. I'm just tired. I have jumped through too many hoops too many times and want to do something fun. We can talk. I totally get that. And let me just stop for a minute and just be serious. I know I'm always joking around with you guys, but let me just stop for a moment and really be serious with you. When it comes to being tired, when it comes to being, you've been bumping your head against the wall, you've been trying to get some things done, and you're getting tired because you feel like you're not making progress. I want you guys to stop and really recognize the difference between failure and temporary setback. Failure versus temporary setback. If you're in the Facebook group, put pound failure versus temporary setback. Here's the thing. Temporary setback, you're trying to do something, it doesn't work out, you don't make it. You sit down and you analyze and you start to look for ways to do it again, but do it slightly different. Where can you make the changes? I can make the changes on A and D, and let's see if that moves me forward. That is what they're talking about when they say there's a seed to an equivalent blessing in every failure. The seed, not the full-blown tree and reward, the seed. So the seed is you can deconstruct this thing that didn't work. It's painful, but deconstruct the thing that didn't work, do it again, and figure out which pieces of it you're going to change. It is only failure. It is not, temporary setback is not failure. They're two different things. It is only failure if you stop. If you fail and you don't go forward, if you have a temporary setback and you no longer go forward, then it is failure. Because if you stop, you definitely will not reach the goal. So it doesn't matter if you're tired. It doesn't matter how slow you move. You just got to move forward. If you stop, then it is a failure. I don't care what other people say. I don't care what other people think. I don't care if other people are laughing at you, talking about you, whatever. They do not matter. What matters is that you understand that at some point you've got to deconstruct that temporary setback, change a few things, and do it again. This is why Willie Jolly says a setback is a setup for a comeback. Because when he has a setback, he takes time to dissect it and figure out, well, what went wrong? What went wrong? The first business and book summit I did was fantastic. The second one kind of sucked. And the third one was kind of like I had to deconstruct what did I do different from the first ones that were fantastic from this one. I had to sit down and figure that out. No, it's not comfortable to see that, oh, it sucked. Okay? But am I going to have another business and book summit? Absolutely. Because I've written down the things that went wrong that I won't be doing again. So, again, I know everybody gets tired. Everybody gets tired. That happens. I'm not downplaying being tired. I just want you to know that a temporary setback is not the same as failure, and you do not have to stop there. So I just wanted to say that to you, to all of you listening. One thing about comedian Miss Woody, she keeps going. She keeps going. And I want all of you guys to keep going too. I want all of you guys to keep going. I don't want you to give up on any dream until you decide that it's no longer a dream. When you decide, not when somebody else tells you it's too late, not when somebody else tells you you can't do it, when you decide. If you decide you no longer want to ride a horse and you never rid a horse, that's fine. But let it be your choice. And let yourself have an understanding of why you made the choice and not just be tired and let it wear you down. We always have to strive towards our goals. Unfortunately, they're not laying on the ground like rocks. We got to dig, and we got to have tools, and we got to learn geography. We got to learn things. But I know that you guys can do it, and I know that you guys can press forward. So again, I'd love to have a conversation with you. Water is hot right now. You cannot deny that water is not hot, and in California, we are having a huge, huge drought. And it's super serious. It's so serious in California about the drought that people are telling on each other. Like there are websites that you can click a picture of somebody wasting water and tell on them. I know, right? It sounds crazy, but that's what they're doing. People in California are telling on each other for wasting water. So it's highly important that you guys you guys keep it going forward. So you need to, here's another thing that you're going to need. Let's get back to what you need to be reading media ready. These are just a few of the things and not all of the things. You want to have a list of all of the media that you have been on. You want people to be able to go back, click, and listen to other shows, see other blog posts about you, and it's basically social proof. So you want to have a page on your website where all that media stuff is stuck together, you know, as seen on. That page, as seen on Right Place TV, as seen on da-da-da-da-da-da. Another one is you want to make sure you're really clear about the 2 to 3 topics that you speak on. You cannot have a laundry list that's too confusing. Me as a producer, I can't look at all that and figure out what it is I want to do. I just can't do it. I just cannot do it. So I want you guys to narrow your list. Not that you can't speak with more or about more, but just to give people a parameter, you can't list everything. You don't want to turn people off. And then the last thing that you guys need is a press release. You need a professionally written press release. What does a press release do? Well, it does a couple of things. One thing, when you release it out on the internet, it can bring a lot of links back to your site. What does that mean, Dr. Wright? That means that your press release comes up on a news page. It has a link back to your website. And people can click that link and come back and find you. You can begin to bring traffic to your site. Number 2, people can read about you, want to book you, want to get your services. Okay? Number 3, it begins to push your name, your website, and everything that you're doing. It begins to push you up on the Google. Gives you some more juice, pushes you up on Google. And those 3 things are worth investing in. For less than $100, I put my clients out there, get their press release written, and get it out there so they can get these same benefits. So I want to show you a couple of clients we just worked with. Joanne Meekins, her first one is there. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you what I've done with a couple of clients. Okay? So we're going to go back to the screen share, and this is it. These are all of the traffic links that she got. These are where her press release was showing up on Twitter. These are all the people that tweeted it out for her. These are some of the websites that printed it up. These are some of the local sites. And this is how it looks when it gets printed up. Fox, ABC, Daily Herald. Joanne Meekins. Again, here's the traffic starting out. It gets a little less over time, but you can use 100 people on your site. These are all the places where her press release has shown up. These are all the places her press release has shown up. Google index pages as well as Google news pages. And this is what it looks like. It's got her picture. There's the whole article. Maryland News Desk. I like this one because it's all pink and purple. Here's the Denver News Updates. And here is the Indiana headlines. So those are the kinds of things that can happen for you when you have your press release out there. And so what I had been doing all month is offering for $97, less than a trip to Target, you getting your press release written, professionally written, and posted, and getting it out there. That's something that you need and something you can use for right now because you all have events or speaking and coming up, and you all can use more traffic. Here's the bonus that I'm giving you tonight. If you do sign up with me tonight for your press release, what I am going to give you, and again, it's unfortunate if you missed it, if you're listening to this and it's past Monday, you will not get this bonus. You can sign up, but you won't get this bonus. I am going to do a full media prep audit. How ready are you for media? Let's spend some time. Let me look at all of your assets, and let me tell you what you need to do to get yourself ready to make it really easy for media to book you. Okay, this is something that I do for clients, and this is a $250 value because you're going to get a half hour of my time. So the bonus tonight is a media prep audit. You'll get a press release fully written and put out there, distributed to over 100 different outlets, and you will get a half hour with me to talk about your media preparedness. Are you ready to go? And this is how you get it. You dial 909-235-9744, or you text PR to 909-235-9744. You're going to text PR to 909-235-9744. You're going to get the media audit bonus. 909-235-9744. Again, this is for people that are taking action on Monday night. It's 8 o'clock here in California. If I get your text before midnight my time, so that means 3 a.m. on the East Coast, if I get the text before midnight my time, I will book you for a half hour with me for your media prep. This is something that clients pay for so that we can get them ready so that they're really going to do the TV. I appreciate you guys hanging out. It's been fun. Thank you guys for sharing your bios with me and sharing it for everybody to learn. That's very, very generous of you. I love you guys. Have a great holiday. We're going into a new month. I will see you in about 2 weeks. Remember, ignoring one's conscience is neither safe nor right. And I'll see you next time.